Welcome to Ed Cycles. I'm your host, Ed. Today I'm taking a look at the State Road 50 gap between the western end of the South Lake Trail and where the new trail is being built along the improvements of State Road 50 just west of Terrytown. But first, a little background information. The infamous State Road 50 gap on the Florida Coast to Coast Trail is located between the end of South Lake Trail to the east and the State Road 50 trail to the west, between the cities of Groveland and Ridge Manor. This distance is about 24 miles as you travel along State Road 50. There are multiple FDOT roadway improvement projects in various stages happening along the State Road 50 gap. From US 301 to the Hernando-Sumter County line, this segment is in construction and is not expected to be completed until spring of 2025. From the Hernando-Sumter line to east of County Road 478A, this project is in construction and is expected to be completed at the end of June of 2024. From just east of County Road 478A to just east of the Sumter Lake County line, this section is in right-of-way acquisition with no projected start of construction date at this time. From east of the Sumter Lake County line to County Road 33, right-of-way acquisition is underway with no projected start of construction. From County Road 33 to Villa City Road, the project development is underway, so not even right-of-way acquisition yet. From Villa City Road to 2nd Street in Groveland, right-of-way acquisition is underway with construction projected to start in 2029. From 2nd Street in Groveland to Silver Eagle Road and the end of the South Lake Trail, right-of-way acquisition is underway through 2024 with construction slated for 2026. This is a bike path only project. There is also a project to construct the South Sumter Trail along County Road 471 from State Road 50 north to Webster, and it is projected to open in the fall of 2024. My understanding at this time is that there is a less than 1 mile gap in the bike trail from just east of US 301 to Burwell Road. From that point heading east, there's a bike trail that's not open for use yet up to County Road 751 in Sumter County. The route that I'm presenting in this video goes between County Road 478A at the west to the South Lake Trail on the east. This distance along State Road 50 is about 17.4 miles. Right now I'm at the west end of the South Lake Trail, and I'm going to ride this route. I've worked out a route that I think makes sense that will avoid State Road 50 as much as possible through that gap. And I've never ridden it on the bicycle. Today I'm going to drive it in my car and show you what it looks like, and we'll both see together how it looks. This is the shortest route that I could find as an alternate to State Road 50. It minimizes the amount of time that you will spend on State Road 50, and it utilizes all paved roads. I'll break down the details as I go along, and I'm going to show you video going both ways. First, going westbound. From the west end of the South Lake Trail, go 4/10 of a mile on County Road 565A, turn right onto Eagles Crossing Road for 3/10 of a mile, and go 1.3 miles in the bike lane along State Road 50. Starting out, the video from my vehicle, I am at Silver Eagle Road, just crossed the South Lake Trail, and now I'm on 565A heading south. There's a sidewalk here on the left side of the road. The first half of this video is going westbound, and I'll show just as much detail for the eastbound route. If you're interested only in the eastbound, you can jump ahead in this video to about the 29-minute mark. Turning right onto Eagles Crossing Road. Eagles Crossing Road is 3/10 of a mile long between County Road 565A and State Road 50. There's a sidewalk here on the left side of the road. Turning right onto State Road 50, there is a bike lane here. Traffic count information for roadways is referred to as the AADT, which stands for the Annual Average Daily Traffic Count. Sidewalk begins on the right side here. The AADT number for this section of State Road 50 is 35,000. AADT numbers are not available for all roadways. In fact, many of the roads on today's route do not have those numbers available, and that's typically means that they're very little use roads. They're secondary roads that don't need to have the traffic count information. In this video, I'm going to show you in real time all of the sections of the route that are along State Road 50. Off of State Road 50, I will speed up a lot of the sections for the sake of time. At mile 2.0, turn left onto Gadsden Street. The next mile and a half is south on Gadsden Street and west on East Anderson Street. Now on Gadsden Street, heading south and then west. For the sake of time, I'll speed up the video here, but we'll slow it down to normal speed at critical points along the route. This 4.2 mile section is along Empire Church Road. At this point, you have the choice of either going south on Bay Lake Road or north on Bay Lake Road. Turning left will be 5.6 miles on Bay Lake Road and then 9.2 miles on the Van Fleet Trail, for a total of 14.8 miles in comparison to going north on Bay Lake Road, west on Sloan's Ridge Road, and then west on State Road 50 for a total distance of 7.2 miles. First, I'll look at turning left, which avoids the 1.4 miles along State Road 50, but at a cost of 7.6 miles. I only went about a mile south on Bay Lake Road, and this is that footage here. I did not go all the way to the Van Fleet Trail, but I do have some footage along the Van Fleet Trail from a previous ride that I'll show you. On the Van Fleet Trail, just south of Bay Lake Road, is the Bay Lake Trailhead. It has a unisex restroom, it has a picnic shelter and parking, but no water fountain here. Now this is on the Van Fleet crossing over Bay Lake Road right here. So this is the way you would go to the north on the Van Fleet Trail. It's a very remote trail through the green swamp and forested areas. The Mabel Trailhead has restrooms with water fountain, picnic shelter, and parking. This is where you would turn left at the Mabel Trailhead to go west on County Road 772. Now this segment of the route is if you were to go north on Bay Lake Road and then west on Sloan's Ridge Road, 1.4 miles on State Road 50, and then turn left on Southeast 121 Avenue. This will get you to the Mabel Trailhead as well. Southeast 121 Avenue starts out asphalt and then it quickly goes to a non-asphalt road, a gravel road with a lot of potholes in it. Fortunately, it's a very short section, about less than 2/10 of a mile long. A brief detour to show you the Maple Trailhead. The Maple Trailhead has restrooms with water fountain, picnic shelter, and parking. This 4-mile section is along County Road 772 from the Van Fleet Maple Trailhead to State Road 50 at Linden, Florida. I'm showing the video at normal speed here so you can see the condition of the road. While it's not bad and it is all asphalt, it's kind of rough. I guess it's just not been maintained. The road's kind of wavy. You can see it how it jostles the vehicle around. There's some asphalt patches here and there. Again, I don't think it's bad for a bicycle ride, but for a regular vehicle it's kind of, rougher than typical. From Linden, go across State Road 50 and north on County Road 721, where it will turn west and meet up with County Road 753. The construction along County Road 471 is for the South Sumter Trail that's being built along the west side of 471. Left on County Road 753 for 1.9 miles, then left on County Road 478A until you get to State Road 50, about 3 miles. GPX files are available for this route. Go to ridewithgps.com and select routes from the drop-down menu. Do a search on Ed Cycles SR50 Gap westbound and Ed Cycles SR50 Gap westbound with Van Fleet option, whichever version you prefer. At mile 27.4, you'll find State Road 50. Go straight across, and the bike trail is on the far side of State Road 50, where you will turn right to go towards Ridge Manor.
I'm standing on the new bike trail that's not open right at this time, will be soon, adjacent to State Road 50 improvements. Westbound is behind me, going towards Ridge Manor. Now, if you're going eastbound, I'm going to record that on my way back so you can see what that looks like.
Be aware that County Road 478A has been changed from the split arms that you see on this map to a single roadway in between those two arms. Look for County Road 757, and just past that will be the turnoff for County Road 478A. Turn left on County Road 478A. You'll notice that the bike trail does continue. It goes for about 7/10 of a mile further east and ends at County Road 751. This is the shortest route that I could find as a State Road 50 alternate through this gap. It minimizes the amount of time spent on State Road 50. I'll break down each section for you as I go along. This part of the video is for going eastbound. We'll start by going about 3 miles on County Road 478A and then turn right onto County Road 753 for 1.9 miles. Turn right on County Road 721 and go 3.6 miles to State Road 50. The construction here is for the South Sumter Trail being constructed along County Road 471. This section starts with a quick 160 feet along State Road 50 and then quickly off to onto County Road 772 up to the Mabel trailhead of the Van Fleet Trail. I'm showing the video here at normal speed so you can see the condition of this section of the road. It's rougher than most. It is all asphalt, but there's patches and a waviness to this whole section that you can see how it jostles the vehicle around, but I would think it'd be fine for bicycles. The Maple Trailhead has restrooms with water fountain, picnic shelter, and parking. At this point, you have an option to go a different route. If you want to avoid the 1.4 miles along State Road 50, you can take the Van Fleet Trail for 9.2 miles, then Bay Lake Road for 5.6 miles, for a total of 14.8 miles. This route is 7.6 miles longer than the other route that I'll show next. If you continue on the trail just south of Bay Lake Road, there's the Bay Lake Trailhead with a unisex restroom, a picnic shelter, and parking lot, but no water. I did not record the entire Bay Lake Road, but this is the northernmost 1 mile just before you get to Empire Church Road. The route I prefer to take from the Maple Trailhead is to go 0.2 of a mile to get up to State Road 50, then 1.4 miles along State Road 50, turn right on Sloan Ridge Road for 3.8 miles, and then Bay Lake Road to get to Empire Church Road. The 0.2 of a mile along Southeast 121 Avenue is rough with a lot of potholes. It's mostly gravel. Looks like maybe it was asphalt at one time, but it has not been maintained. The next 4.2 mile segment is along Empire Church Road. This 1.5 mile section is along the residential areas of Groveland, along Anderson Street and Gadsden Street. GPX files are available on Ride with GPS. Select routes and do a search on Ed Cycles SR50 Gap eastbound and Ed Cycles SR50 Gap eastbound with van fleet option. This final 2.1 mile segment goes along State Road 50 and then County Road 565A to join the South Lake Trail. To the left here is Eagles Crossing Road, which in my opinion is a better route. However, there is no turn lane to get over there. You could either go across the median or go up a little bit further and do a U-turn to come back to it, as I am now demonstrating. My guess is that most people would not prefer to bother with this, so I'm going to do a U-turn and continue up State Road 50 up to the top of the hill to turn left at the light onto County Road 565A. Some of you may have noticed that the eastbound routes are 1/10 of a mile longer than the westbound. This is due to the lack of a left turn lane along State Road 50 when you're eastbound to get onto Eagles Crossing Road. Therefore, you have to go up to the light and turn left on County Road 565A. It's 1/10 of a mile longer. Going westbound from the South Lake Trail to County Road 478A along State Road 50, the distance is 17.4 miles. Going westbound along the alternate route that I've presented today is 27.4 miles. Going westbound along the alternate route that I've shown today and taking the van fleet option is 35.0 miles.
Well, I'm back at the South Lake Trail. Eastbound on the South Lake Trail is behind me. I hope that this video is of some value to you. I think it's a viable route to minimize the amount of time on State Road 50 through the gap. Appreciate any feedback you can provide in the comments below. Special shout out to Nick Touche for the graphic design on the shirt that I'm wearing. Much appreciated. And wherever you're at, get out and enjoy the trails because it's a great day for a bike ride.